the importance of it. We've definitely stressed it enough, and it's been a foundation of this program for a long time. It will continue to be. And I didn't think early we were great. I thought we let McLeod get too deep off dribble penetration at times. But once we got that kind of squared away and figured out where we could help from and how to handle the ball screen situations, I thought we got better. And I thought there was a stretch in the second half where we were really good. I don't know exactly who was on the floor, but just looking down, there was no gaps at all. They tried to dribble drive on us, and they couldn't at all. There was no room for them to go and contest most of the shots. And so they're learning. I think you can drill and drill and drill and put them in practice situations, but to have this tonight, is good. And obviously Saturday was good for us. Every experience they get where it's kind of learn it on the fly, and coach can't be there to blow the whistle and stop it to teach them different things. They figure it out on their own, and I think they grew tonight. There's no doubt that this experience will help them as we move forward defensively. I think so. I think we got some pretty skilled guys that at a variety of positions, and so I think that'll. I want to make sure, and I've emphasized with them not to have their game be hinged to whether the ball goes in for them or not. I don't want them to be emotionally attached to that, where if they're having a rough shooting night, they don't perform in other areas. And sometimes with younger players, they have a hard time, they connect that too much. They think I have to score in order, if the only way I play well is if I score, or there's other ways you can impact the game. So I think with a variety of guys that we have, bigs and smaller guys that, regardless of position, we saw that with, as you mentioned, the foreign tour with having them a different leading scorer all the time. So we're starting to see that come, and I think they're getting more and more comfortable playing on the floor with each other in terms of where people are, what people's strengths are, what their weaknesses are. So that'll be something that will continue to grow. Hopefully offensively we evolve and continue to grow as the year goes on. We're nowhere near where we can be. I want to make sure defensively we're have things in place and grow first, but offense will come as they get more accustomed to each other. He's practiced well here recently. I thought he played well Saturday against Missouri. Did some really good things, and he's been platooning back and forth between the scout team. We haven't set a specific Badger rotation, so to speak. I've been shuffling guys back and forth, and he's been doing both. So he's done a good job of adjusting to that and playing a scorer on the scout team, and then come over and helping us out a little bit on my side of the floor. So he's played well because I think he's practiced more consistently well, and those two always go hand in hand. You typically don't play well unless you practice well, and he's starting to figure that out. We'll see. I mean, he's worked at it, but I know he understands that his game isn't attached to his ability to shoot threes. He's pretty good around the block, and he knows that that's where his most effective work will get done, and most of his work will get done. So we'll see how many more of those. I don't know if I have anything up my sleeve to run for him for a three yet, but maybe he'll try to talk me into it. Settle down. We were nervous. Like I said, I could tell by looking at Van Vliet, Iverson, and Pritzel on the bench before the starting lineups. You could tell they had to look like I'm starting my first game in the Kohl Center. They had that little bit of, and they all admitted they were a little nervous, and rightfully so. And this is a big step for them to do that. So we made shots. We settled in. We made some shots. See, Kobe gave us a boost there off the bench. He got us going a little bit, but just settled down and started to play how we can play.
You just aren't going to get anything easier. Early on, Juwan was able to get by him. When they did switch the ball screen, he was able to make some plays against a bigger guy. But as they sorted that out defensively, it got back to where it's just hard to find easy shots. They don't stretch themselves out. They don't take themselves out of position to guard. When you get in around the basket, they don't foul. So as we've seen year after year after year, they do such a good job with that. And that's as easy sometimes as it looks, because they always seem to be in position, and they just wall you up around the basket. Well, I'm telling you, as a guy who's been coaching for now, it's getting to be a little while. That is really hard to get your guys all on the same page to have them understand that just staying in position and then adjusting, like they had to do early with Juwan. They had to adjust a little bit, and they did, and then they got back to where they're just gonna make it hard for you. And, man, I think that's a real skill, a real talent, terrific coaching.
I think it's, meshing it together nicely, but it's definitely taking time, and it'll take some more time, especially having certain guys in at certain moments of the game. But we've been really fortunate with the trip overseas, and then to have the scrimmage against Missouri, and now this. The more reps we get as a team, that's going to help us a lot.
It felt good. I mean, I've been out there a few times, so I was pretty comfortable. I think I played all right. I can get better and have any rebounds, so something I can work on, and there'll be many more chances. I don't know, just to stay focused on the bench and stay locked into what other guys are doing. But coming off the bench, I mean, I used to do it when I was younger, and it was always my job to bring energy. So I mean, that's something that I plan on do in the future as well. So it's not that hard for me.
I just put in a lot of work this off season, and I'm feeling like very confident. So if I catch the ball and I'm open, just knock it down and go on to the next play, I guess.
Yeah, that's been special just to have guys get it so quickly, and I think that's a credit to our coaching staff to get the right players in the system where they know to get on the floor you got to play defense first and foremost. So that's a credit to the coaching staff, but also to the young guys that have come in and excelled at it right away.